What up, WeHo? This month, West Hollywood hosted the nation's first ever bisexual pride parade. Just be careful trying to cross the street, because this parade goes both ways. Welcome to WeHoTV News. Let's fall into autumn West Hollywood. I'm Mike Siriaco, and I'm bringing you everything you need to know about WeHo, courtesy of the city of West Hollywood. If you've been schwitzing through this month's sweltering weather, you may have missed some important news. But literally sweat no longer, because we're going to bring you up to speed with the WeHo wind-up. Let's put 30 seconds on the clock. Suck it, pollution! Because West Hollywood kicked off its Straws Upon Request campaign. Cityline rolled out the snazziest vehicular makeover since the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile went vegan. The Emmys were marvelous for the marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which took home 5 awards. The streets of San Francisco were overrun by wild bears. No, not those kind of bears. These kind of bears at this year's Folsom Street Fair. The Carolinas were hit by Hurricane Florence, and Brett Kavanaugh was hit by Hurricane Camelot.
My question is, have you had a conversation with anyone at that firm about that investigation? It's a really specific question.
I would like to know the person you're thinking of, because what if there's
I think you're thinking of someone and you don't want to tell us.
It's Camelot. Senator Harris, if you're nasty. I look forward to voting for her as president, and looking forward to slipping into this month's news briefs. On September 4th, Women in Books met to discuss The Female Persuasion by Meg Wolitzer. This shouldn't be confused with The Male Persuasion by Les Moonves. That book you can just throw directly into the trash. Be Well WeHo's Mindfulness series presented The Power of Mindful Self-Talk on September 35th. September 5th. So dumb, stupid. Hey there, you're not defined by your mistakes. You are an intelligent, beautiful vessel of divine light. Thanks, mindfulness. Well, mindfulness or that funny tasting brownie I got from the dispensary. Either way, I feel good. On September 8th, the City of West Hollywood's Recreation Services Division hosted another Junk in the Trunk rummage sale, where participants sold items from the trunks of their vehicles. I wasn't in attendance because I'm an Italian boy from Jersey, so you may not like what you find in the trunk of my car, capiche? On September 12th, the City of West Hollywood's Planning and Development Services Department invited community members to Pizza with the Planners, which allowed WeHoans to ask the planners questions, receive feedback, and dine on the finest cuisine our local Ninja Turtles had to offer. The City of West Hollywood's Arts Division and Book Soup presented a WeHo Reads event on September 21st, featuring Lorna Luft, daughter of Judy Garland, and author of A Star is Born, Judy Garland and the Film That Got Away. Lady Gaga, who stars in the remake of A Star is Born, also remade this book. It's just like Luft's book, except all the words are printed in sequins and the dust jacket is made of meat. And before I make some obvious meat pun, I'm just gonna slide out of these news briefs. Autumn is right around the corner. For most of the country, this means leaves changing color and cooler temperatures. But here in WeHo, it means the return of pumpkin spice lattes and new episodes of our favorite TV shows. Fans of this show should already be familiar with the importance of queer representation in media, so we're gonna interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for this LGBT guide to the fall lineup. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Andy Samberg's ensemble cop comedy is notable for its visibly diverse cast, featuring African American, Latina, and LGBT characters. Emmy Award winner Andre Braugher plays Captain Raymond Holt, who defies the flamboyantly gay stereotype portrayed in most media in favor of a much more hilarious deadpan delivery.
And now I'm going to have to kill you. I've never been more shocked.
More recently, Stephanie Beatrice's Detective Rosa Diaz has come out as a lesbian, exploring a more sensitive side to the tough-as-nails character.
How long have you known?
Since 7th grade. I was watching Saved by the Bell and I thought, Zach Morris is hot. And then I thought, Lisa Turtle, also hot.
This serious, down-to-earth side to the screwball comedy is an important reminder that coming out is a difficult process, even for the baddest of badasses. Riverdale. When it came to LGBT storylines, Season 1 of the CW's Archie Comics-inspired teen drama focused on the complicated queer love life of openly gay Kevin Keller. Season 2, on the other hand, explored the complex personality of resident mean girl Cheryl Blossom, whose reaction to bisexual gang member Tony Topaz was initially combative, but over time they developed a strong friendship, allowing Cheryl to accept her own lesbian feelings and evolve into a kinder, more empathetic person. The girls' relationship was officially cemented when Tony helped Cheryl escape a sadistic conversion therapy institute, resulting in one of Riverdale's strongest power couples. Fans of the show are eagerly anticipating its third season, mostly to see the future of Cheryl and Tony, or as they are affectionately dubbed, Shoni. Supergirl. The CW's Supergirl is arguably one of the most progressive TV shows currently on the air. Through the frame of a Kryptonian crime fighter, the series explores topics such as police violence against African Americans,
I am not armed. I said freeze!
Adult coming out stories, and the struggles of undocumented immigrants through the metaphor of undocumented extraterrestrials.
Cadmus stole the alien registry. They're abducting everyone on the list.
This season, the show takes the next leap towards inclusion in a single bound with the addition of the new character, Nia Nall, aka Dreamer, who will break ground as the first openly trans superhero on television. The character will be played by openly trans actress Nicole Maines, who is as much of a hero off-screen as she is on-screen. Maines played a vital role in the lawsuit that allowed trans people to use bathrooms according to the gender in which they identify in the state of Maine, chronicled in the HBO documentary The Trans List. Maines also sets an important precedent of trans actors portraying trans characters, setting Supergirl a step beyond other trans-positive shows like Transparent, which features a cisgender male in the lead role, proving Kara Zor-El isn't the only girl of tomorrow on Supergirl. We now go from television to taste buds. Let's see what Nicatelli is whipping up for us in the kitchen.
They say to learn the art of cooking, you have to go somewhere fancy like France or New Jersey. But what if I told you that the city of West Hollywood has a great culinary school? Would you be interested? I'm Nicatelli for WeHoTV News, and we're going to check out the Recreation Services Division Teen Chef class. And it's going to be, bam, spicy. All right, so what are we stirring up here?
Beans.
That's a pretty important part of a burrito, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
Is it better to have like an accent when you're cooking, where it's like, we're stirring the beans, do you ever think that's important?
No.
So now what inspired you to take like the teen cooking class here?
My grandma cooks a lot.
So now next time you see her, are you going to be cooking for her?
Yes.
Oh, what are you going to make for her?
Pollo en crema.
Oh, wow, that sounds really good. Wait, what is that?
Chicken and cream.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, it's like such a fancy name, but it's just chicken and cream.
With some rice on it. It's like special rice.
Okay, if there's one person you could cook for, like a celebrity or somebody important besides myself, who would you want to cook for?
My parents.
Okay, now I'm going to go back, because the answer should have probably just been me, Nick Catelli, but I feel like you kind of just skipped that. Why is that? Now we're getting ready for the very important part of the burrito with the tortilla, or tortilla, which is actually Latin for tortilla. We're laying them out there at a nice 180 flat degree. So this is a burrito supreme. This isn't like a regular burrito. It's looking good. It's coming together really good. The hardest part of any burrito is the rolling it. We got some good rolling here. Looks like the top is going a little bit faster than the bottom of the roll here. We're about halfway through here. This is the hardest part, is the finishing move with the burrito. Now I like that at the top. They're using the tin foil. Now you don't see that normally. We're almost done. Here comes the final roll. And that is a 6-foot burrito. It's good for eating, or if you want to see if you're 6 feet tall, you could lay down next to it. If you could be on one of Gordon Ramsay's shows, which one would you pick?
Kitchen Nightmares.
The Kitchen Nightmares one? Okay, I think we just met like the bravest kid here at the Teen Center who personally invited Gordon Ramsay. If you're watching this, he's right here and he's ready to take you on. Am I right? Mm-hmm. I like that. The Teen Chef class is made possible by the City of West Hollywood's Recreation Services Division. For more information about what's happening in the City of West Hollywood, visit WeHo.org or pick up a WeHo Rec Reader. Again, I'm Nick Catelli for WeHoTV News, and like we say in the kitchen, I will saute you later. Where did I come up with this stuff? That's good.
Thanks, Nick. WeHo's teams weren't the only ones working hard this month. To see what our city's small business owners were up to, we go now to Eddie Robinson.
Today, we're spilling the tea on being transgender and gender nonconforming while on the job hunt and how best to support the community in the search for employment. I'm Eddie Robinson, and this is WeHoTV News.
Working maybe for the first time in their true gender identity, and for the first time.
For the transgender community, meeting with potential employers can present instances that are worthy of being openly discussed so that everyone can, most importantly, get to work. The City of West Hollywood, the West Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, and transcanwork.org recently partnered to present a cultural diversity certification training seminar held at the West Hollywood Library. This event provided an opportunity to share human resource information about how to hire and support outstanding employees who are transgender and non-gender conforming.
With our business, we absolutely intend to open up our hiring to anybody who's qualified. So it's important for us to really understand how to fold that into our practice and again, do it respectfully and in an educated manner. So I think that's what we'll be taking back to our businesses.
Interviews can be an incredibly vulnerable place for people in the trans community. When you go to an interview, you don't know how that person is going to receive you, whether they're educated about the trans community or whether they're going to treat you appropriately. So it's always important to make sure that you're, again, using the proper name and pronouns that that person has given to you. You always want to just give respect to the person that's in front of you, regardless of what they look like, how they are dressed, or anything like that.
The goal of this seminar was to educate employers on how to best welcome the trans community into the workplace so that the workforce at large can benefit. Employment seminars such as this one can be vital to those of us who are transgender or non-gender conforming.
Anyone that goes through any of our trainings at Trans Can Work does receive a certificate of transgender inclusion that they can put as a sticker on their place of business or on their website. And so that communicates to the trans community. We are making an effort. We have been educated ourselves on the transgender community so that we can make sure that we are being respectful to any transgender person that walks into this workplace.
To learn more about opportunities sponsored by the City of West Hollywood to maximize your potential, visit WeHo.org. For WeHoTV News, I'm Eddie Robinson.
Thanks, Eddie. Now let's check out the new look Cityline is serving with Asher Rodriguez.
Here in West Hollywood, we offer so many ways to get around the city. There's the pickup, WeHo Pedals, the Sunset Trip, and now with a fab upgraded look, we're happy to roll out a fleet of brand new, environmentally friendly Cityline shuttles. I'm Asher Rodriguez, and this is WeHoTV News. Coming to a street near you, the City of West Hollywood's free shuttle service will now be known as Cityline Local and Cityline Commuter. The fleet of shuttles will not only sport a new name, but a fun logo and added features.
The city is committed to making sure that we do everything we can to reduce our environmental impact, and offering free shuttles is one way that we can try and give people incentive to get out of their cars. And it's also a way to be a little more friendly, a little more build some community. And lastly, it ensures mobility for everybody. They run on clean fuel, which is compressed natural gas, CNG, and that's low carbon emissions.
When you see the new Cityline shuttles rolling through WeHo, you'll notice the eye-catching exterior designs. Each shuttle will showcase artwork in the signature style of 5 nationally recognized artists.
So I paint and I use a process of paper marbling. So I paint on a thickened water, and each painting that I do is different. Every single one is unique. So I painted a really big batch of work and sent a few of those over to the city, and then we decided on this one. I want commuters to feel happy. I think the color, the vibrancy, I love that these buses are free and they take care of all the neighbors and, people going around traveling through West Hollywood.
Cityline commuters can also expect expanded hours of service, including additional service on Saturday nights. For more information about Cityline Local and Cityline Commuter, visit WeHo.org. Reporting from Kings Road Park, I'm Asher Rodriguez for WeHoTV News. Back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Asher. And be sure to look both ways before crossing the street to catch that city line. For more on pedestrian safety, we go back to Nick Catelli.
It's the age-old question of why did the chicken cross the road? Many people don't know why. Historians believe that chicken never did make it to the other side of the road because he didn't follow the rules of the walkway. I'm Nick Catelli for WeHoTV News, and these are the rules to the signalized pedestrian crosswalks.
Now, as we all remember, many of the crosswalks on Santa Monica Boulevard used to be the traditional
Well, walk when you think it's safe crosswalks. But in late 2017, the city of West Hollywood installed several traffic signals at pedestrian crosswalks to make you a safer pedestrian. So let's review the rules for these new crosswalks. Wait. Press the button and wait for the signal to cross. And remember to be visible like a Broadway star, 'cause crossing the street tonight. Make eye contact with the driver, and then let's cross. And as you stroll, remember to always thank the drivers. Now for all you drivers out there, when the light turns red, stop, just like you would at a traffic light. When the light starts flashing, you can treat it like a stop sign. So remember, when crossing the street, follow all of the rules of the signalized pedestrian crosswalk for a safe and healthy journey. Again, I'm Nick Atelier for WeHoTV News, wishing you to be safe out there. Just crossing the road, okay?
Thanks, Nick. The City of West Hollywood values the importance of keeping its community members safe, especially during September, which is observed as National Preparedness Month. So we decided to hit up some of our city's most prepared men and women, our local firefighters, for this month's Mic Drop. Do you know what to do when a fire breaks out in your home? How about an earthquake? Can you perform CPR? It's always important to prepare for the worst, but it's also important to know that the firefighters of West Hollywood have our back. So in honor of National Preparedness Month, we visited one of West Hollywood's fire stations to discuss how these brave men and women help our community and how we can help ourselves.
So what we have right here in Station 7, we have on the left, you'll see a 2-person paramedic squad. So 2 firefighter paramedics ride on this on any given day. So we have the squad, and then we also have the fire engine that everybody sees. And finally, we have over here the battalion chief wagon. You guys want to see the rest of the station?
Yeah.
All right, let's go do it. This is our living area where we have our chairs, because at night, when we don't have calls, we'll sit down, watch TV. Like, for example, tonight, football night, so you guys are going to be out here later on watching the game. Here we have the dining room and the kitchen, and here you can see one of our firefighter paramedics, actually 2 of our firefighter paramedics, fast at work making us dinner. And in fact, this station has 2 fire poles, one from here, one from the dorm area. And we do use these all the time.
Hi. Can I just slide down?
Absolutely. Be careful.
Okay. This month is National Preparedness Month.
Yes.
So is there any advice you would give civilians of how to best prepare, plan for the worst?
Right. Well, in terms of planning for the worst, there's a lot of publicly available information regarding things like earthquakes, the big disasters. One of the biggest things you can do is on a day-to-day basis, just be in a position where you can take care of yourself and your family until help arrives. And one of the biggest examples of that is a thing that our department's really gotten into teaching, bystander CPR. Okay, Mike, so what we're going to do now is a down and dirty class on bystander CPR. Okay. Right, so the very first thing you want to do is call 911, have somebody call 911. You've had somebody go down, and you look and they're not breathing, right? Okay. You're going to check for a pulse, too. American Heart Association does not teach mouth-to-mouth for bystander CPR anymore. It's what they call compressions-only CPR. Okay. So you have no risk of exposure to anything as long as the patient's not covered in blood. You'll find on the patient, the landmark you want to look for is about here, like the notch of the sternum. Okay. Then you want to go 2 finger lengths above that. American Heart says that you want to do it to about the rhythm of the song Staying Alive, right? We all remember that? Yeah. So da 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 da, staying alive. But our department a couple times a year offers classes in civilian CPR, and then also you can find good training through the American Heart Association online. That'll even give people enough tools that they can make a difference in their families' lives. I speak on behalf of all of the firefighters here at Station 7 and Station 8. We love serving the city. We love the resources the city provides, and also we love the residents. People here really appreciate us, so thank you all for the opportunity to serve.
Well, thank you for keeping us alive. We'll be back next month with more news, noise, and nonsense. Until then, keep it cute, WeHo.